Welcome to the Horse Talk Show. Have you ever seen a horse who could talk? With your host, Louisa Barton, who really wants to be a famous rider. She really loves to ride fast. Presented by Peterson and Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care.
Truth is, I have horses with people problems.
Now here's the Brit on the bit, Louisa Barton. Enjoy the show.
Larson Farms is our TV broadcast sponsor. Mr. Richard Larson, a man of great integrity, cares about every single bale of hay and about taking care of his customers. He also has a huge heart for those genuinely in need. Larson Farms, Idaho's finest alfalfa. The Horse Talk Show broadcasts from the CEP's Equine Studios in downtown Ocala in the horse capital. Welcome to the Horse Talk Show, presented by Peterson Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care. Thank you to Larson Farms, our television broadcast sponsor.
Idaho's finest alfalfa.
Louisa Barton here in the studio with Dancing Pete Roder from Complimentary Horsemanship. And may I say that is a really nice shirt on you.
Are you saying my shirt is sexy?
Yes, it is rather.
Got me some new shirts.
I see that. It looks absolutely fantastic on you. I love that one. Well done.
Well, I got this one. This one was inspired by Tommy Turner, the Fence Turner.
Yes.
Except for I look better in it.
Did you hear that, Tommy?
Sorry, Tommy.
Well, I love it. It looks great.
Thank you.
So if you're listening on Saturday morning on the Sky, you need to go to Facebook or Equus TV Network and find Pete's shirt and then get one just like it.
There you go.
We got a great lineup for you. We actually have a walk and stop with Corinne from Wildlife Works. We have Justin Garner from World Equestrian Center talking about the Longines League of Nations, which is so exciting. We have episode 3 of Heather and Jeremy Reynolds, Endurance Champions. We have a recap of Live Oak International and no Dr. K up this week.
Aww.
And lots of tips. We're calling that last segment of the show the tips segment. Because
this is the news segment,
yes,
and that's the tips segment.
That's the tips segment, yeah.
Okay.
I have a tip for you. Get a shirt like that. So let's mention some things. Hay giveaway. How did he know? He is so good, isn't he?
Isaac is on the ball.
So Pat Myers Electric and Larson Hay have partnered in the hay and horsepower drawing.
That's right.
Which is phenomenal.
We have Idaho's finest alfalfa, and we've got the Spark of Ocala.
That's right. Doesn't get much better than that. Pat Myers Electric, absolutely phenomenal. And of course, Larson Hay, a longtime partner of ours. Wonderful folks have got together and are going to bless a couple of people with $250 Larson Hay credit. This is only, now you may have locations near you that sell Larson Hay, but this is only the 2 locations in Ocala, the one close to downtown on 16th and the one out on Highway 27. You can stop in, register to win the hay, and we're going to do the drawing on the Horse Talk Show on April 2nd.
And when you register, you can put that you want to have a free consult for Pat Myers' team to come out and check out your barn. Or you don't want that. You just want to put your name in the hat to get a chance to win.
But what a great thing to have a no-obligation checkup, because nobody wants to have a fire in their barn. It's a terribly scary, awful thing to happen. So it's wonderful if you can have a checkup. It doesn't mean you have to use Pat Myers services, but how nice to have an expert like that take a look at things for you. So absolutely phenomenal. Got some other events to mention for you that are here in the Ocala area. We have the Greenways Trail Ride Obstacle Play Day fundraiser for Open Hands Animal Rescue.
March 23rd.
Yep, this is going to be at Ann Hanley's Farm in Dunellen, 13370 Southwest Highway 484. You can pre-register. There's a $50 donation. Lunch is included. And you can ride in memory of Anne's beloved Conrad's Debonair Gentleman, lovingly known as All by D, a great fundraiser for a wonderful organization that really, really takes care of our four-leggeds. So OHAR is absolutely phenomenal. Another one on the same day.
Run.
Ride.
Roll.
Relay.
Ooh, we got through it this time.
We did. You can support the Greenway Trails, which is awesome. It's a wonderful opportunity to support all that we do so that we can ride on these beautiful Greenway Trails and run on them and cycle on them. There is an entry fee of $75 per person, 3 people to the team.
One rides.
One runs.
And one rolls on the bicycle.
Yep. And if you're really brave, you can do all 3, but that would not be for me. That's at Shangri-La and Team Power. So support the Greenway Trails and get out and do that. There's some camping options as well. A great event that they have every year. So run, ride, roll, relay. Longines League of Nations.
We need some music for this.
We do. This is a huge, big deal. March 19th to the 23rd here in Ocala. Getting picked as one of the 4 locations in the world to have this is absolutely incredible. They've taken this as kind of a spin-off from what used to be the Nations Cup, used to be 15 competitions. They've broken it down to 5 total. The final is in Barcelona in October. The first 4 are in 4 locations around the world, and Ocala's in one of those 4. The second one after Abu Dhabi, which I can never say.
Abu Dhabi.
Yes, but it's really exciting to have this here. This is going to be top Olympic equestrians jumping at the World Equestrian Center, and Justin Garner, of course, is in our segments chatting about that.
So that means in your backyard you can go watch this competition that very few people in the world will be able to watch.
Yeah, $10 and you can go watch. And
I heard the hotels are almost sold out because of this event.
Yes, it's absolutely phenomenal. And the second hotel, the Riding Academy, is open. So
and isn't there something else going on at World Equestrian Center this weekend?
Oh, yes. There's the wonderful expo, for the horses.
Yes.
Where Pat Myers
Electric will be putting on little cooking shows about your barn and electricity. Don't miss it.
Fantastic.
You might see his hidden talent.
That's right. We've also got in May the Equi First Aid. We've mentioned it each week for $99. You are your horse's first responder. You can go to this event May 12th at Midnight Rose Equestrian Center in Citra, and you can learn lots of important tips about your horse being prepared for any situation.
For emergencies, and one of my favorite taglines is because you are their first responder.
That's right.
So when your horse gets hurt, has a problem, you are the EMT that gets on the scene first.
Live Oak International happened this past weekend, and can I tell you, wow, what an amazing event. There is a lip chip LLC jump right there. You can see it. Big jump. That was a tough course. Only a few what got through actually to the jump off in the Grand Prix. Of course, the driving. There is Chester Webber is actually going to be coming around the corner in just a second. Of course, this is the driving. Really phenomenal horses. Just an amazing event. A wonderful opportunity to see 2 fantastic horse sports in one venue and to see such top riders. And what seemed very fitting on the St. Paddy's weekend would be that an Irishman won the tough Grand Prix, and boy, that was a tough course. I think 4 made it to the jump off out of 34 or 33, which that's tough.
It was a tight race for this, and it was really exciting.
It was an incredible.
And to say every year this is the greatest show. If you're going to go to one show a year, that's the show to go to. And this year, they knocked it out of the park in my book. It was phenomenal.
Did I mention what a nice shirt that is? We're coming right back with Justin Garner at World Equestrian Center. Check it out. Stay with us. This portion of the Horse Talk Show is brought to you by Peterson Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care. Our television broadcast sponsor, Larson Hay. It was Idaho's the sexy shirt, though. Alfalfa. And that was the high point. Sponsors, DAC Minerals and Vitamins, Seminole Feed Stores, Lip Chip, Piranha, Pat Myers Electric, Florida HVAC Services, and Ocala Dog Ranch.
Flip it.
Yeah. This show is brought to you in part by DAC Vitamins and Minerals of Florida.
You need to pay
All
attention.
horses need a solid immune system, excellent joint support, a healthy
I'll tell you
gut,
the ropes.
And DAC has all the vitamins and minerals they need with the NASC stamp of approval. So like them on Facebook now, or go to feeddac.com.
Oh, you're going to sit on my lap
and
take
a
selfie?
world of difference.
Equestrian. It's not just a word, but a title. and comes paired with hard work,
Say
discipline,
take
and
your
talent.
sexy.
Lipchip is a company built by equestrians to make life at the barn a little easier.
At least I don't break your leg anymore.
Introducing the hoof
A little bit less.
You never broke my
where a
leg.
microchip becomes a secure key to unlock temperature, register for your next event, and keep track of required documents. Simply implant, scan, and unlock. Equestrians, the future is here, and the future is Lipchip.
Lipchip.
The team of professionals at Equifence of Florida specialize
Hey,
in
you want
equestrian
the
fencing,
final
offering
segment
great
that we
communication,
did?
quality fencing, and all done in a timely manner. Reliable
one we
service
did
with
here
horse
in the
safety
studio?
in mind all the
Just
time.
sit
Also
with
offering
the
customized
first
residential, vinyl, wood, aluminium, and chain link fences services. Equifence
Why
of
couldn't
Florida,
I hear
quality
the other
fencing
lady?
done
'Cause it
right
was only
to
on
keep
our
your
side.
animals safe. For more
So when
information,
she put it together,
find
she
Equifence
put
of
my
Florida
voice
on
and her
Facebook
voice,
now.
so now you can hear both.
Okay.
So you just got the preview,
I see.
but do you want? I can send it to you too. If you want to listen to it. I've been listening to it. It was funny. I was in the bar and Leah goes, "Are you listening to yourself?" I'm like, "Yeah." She goes, "That's kind of weird, isn't it?" And I said, "That's how you learn. You gotta know what you sound like and get better." I can't believe there's nobody in here.
Oh yeah, Pete, next week. Ivy is gone on the 4th. And so we need to pre-record the show. No, just one.
Talk show
He's only gone for
broadcasts
one.
from the CEP's
No, but I'm
Equine
saying we're gonna
Studios
do a
in
show and
downtown
then
Ocala
pre-record
in the
one.
horse
Yes.
capital.
So
That's
you
two shows.
If you want to come in early,
Hi,
you
this
can
is
do
Hall
it
of Fame
before,
jockey
because
Mike
you don't have
Smith.
to record the
You're
whole
listening
thing,
to the
because
Horse Talk
use,
Show.
Louisa Barton here at World
help me,
Equestrian
Buck
Center
Brannaman. We're
for
gonna use
the
Buck Brannaman.
CEP's
We're gonna
Equine
break it up into
Initiative,
like 2 or 3, and
the Horse
Rosalind.
Talk
So
Show,
we're
Equus TV
going-
Network,
I would do.
and the
I
Sky
would do the Buck
97.3.
Brannaman back to back.
Have a
to back.
pleasure here
Yeah, we're
talking
gonna
to
do
the whole
Justin
thing.
Garner,
Yeah, we're
who
going
I've
to.
seen
That's
quite a
fine.
bit
So we're only
lately.
gonna
Absolutely.
pre-record first
You've
and
been
last.
rather
So
busy,
if
you
wanna
and the
come in
team
early
here.
or
Tell
we
us
can stay
first of all a
after,
little bit
it's
about
easier.
your role at World Equestrian Center.
But we'd like to go ahead and
My
get
role
that
at
done,
World
so I
Equestrian
can
Center is here to
prepare it
support
for
all of
What's
our
he saying?
hospitality operations. So that's a big piece of what we do at WEC. In addition
Need
to
a
our amazing
speaker.
equine athletes, we've
Oh,
got
and I
all of
think
our
if we do it
hotels
again,
and
Isaac,
restaurants
I need to have
and
earphones
sales
to
and
hear
all
what
those
she's
things.
saying.
So anything with 2 feet is my team.
Or something.
Not four.
Not 4.
You could
That's
hear-
that's
'cause when
our
you
equine ops
listen to the
team.
recording, you can hear.
So tell us a little bit
her
about the
voice on
Longines
my
League
end.
of Nations.
Does that make
It's such a prestigious event to
Which
have
I
here.
don't
There's
know if that you
only
could help that
actually
next
4
time.
qualifiers.
Yep.
Ocala being the second one
Okay.
after Abu Dhabi. I can never say that.
But so
but
far
a
it's
really
good.
incredible,
I mean, I listened to
prestigious
it. It was
event to
actually
have
better
here.
than I thought it was
4
so
qualifiers
far.
for the 5th
Haven't listened to the
stop,
whole
which
thing.
of course is
Kylie
Barcelona
would
for the
even
finals.
approve.
But it's so
we're
exciting to
listening
have
to it.
that here. And World Equestrian Center is certainly, in my opinion, the finest equestrian center in the world.
We need to get a
And
have a
I
speaker
feel
in my
it's
storage
very
unit that you're gonna
appropriate
help me
that we
unload.
should have this here.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And it's like if you
it's
build
a
it,
big
they will
tall
come.
speaker.
That's
And
right.
here they come.
That's right. That's right. I mean, and this is what the venue was built for. Is
Yeah.
these big major international competitions. It's
I shall
taken us
bring
4
it.
years to get to our
You
first
will.
one, and we think the FEI
have to
made a
get
great
that
choice
storage
in
unloaded
bringing it here. It's a
We do
4-year,
too.
yeah, 4-year deal. So
half
this is
of
the
it's
first
gone.
year, and
It's
we
just the
hope
other
it will
half.
continue to grow over the next couple years, especially as we add our World Cup qualifier next year as well. So we'll have two events back to back.
Pretty amazing.
Everybody on
So
Facebook
10
posted this
competing
horse they
teams
can't
Yep.
catch.
from around the world.
10 teams,
That's a
4 riders
retired
each with a drop score in the
dressage
first round,
horse,
and then
so I
the
gotta
top
talk
8
to the
teams
lady
will
if
come back
this will be
with their
interesting.
top 3 riders
We don't
and
have time
compete
to
in the
go
final.
put the time
So
in.
all in the same day. So
You know
no
what, we
pre-qualifier.
messed
They
up
come
and
in,
we
they
need to
ride.
fix.
It's a one-day event, which is a
We
pretty
need to take a
cool
picture of me
format.
and
It puts
the
everything on the line. And being here in Florida, like we are, a lot of the top riders. I think we have 8 of the top 10
Britons.
riders in
Yeah,
the
there's
world
a
here,
sign
and
that says
16 of the top
Britain on
20 here competing next
they're
week.
coming.
So really, really
the League of
fantastic. We're
Nations.
excited to welcome those riders here and bring in some amazing horses. The
And we
horses
need to
landed
go talk to the
in
owner.
Miami 2 nights ago, and so
Yes.
they're all here on site and we're ready to go.
It's
What's his
amazing.
name?
So
Hugh?
March 23rd,
Of course.
Huey.
Doors open at 2.
His name
Parade
would
of
be
Nations
Hugh.
at 3.
Correct.
Competition
You or
starts at
who?
4:30.
Hugh.
Correct.
Hugh, Nigel,
Exciting
or
for
what's
the general
other one?
public to come in.
Hugh, Nigel.
There's some VIP. There's general admission.
Yeah, general admission is pretty much the only thing available at this point. We
Wow.
had
Good problem to
all of
have.
our reserve seating is sold out. All of our VIP areas are sold out as well. So really, it's general admission, $10 to get in.
Kylie
You
had
can
her
find that
first
at
rodeo.
LonginesLeagueofNations.com
that
to
your
purchase
first
tickets.
rodeo?
But I would really encourage people who are really interested in it, come out Thursday night. We still have plenty of seats available for the 5-star Grand Prix for the individual competition. All the same riders
It's not your first rodeo,
riding second
but it was.
horses, and
No, it was her
that'll
first
be a really
rodeo.
exciting
Nice timing.
5-star jump off as well.
Now we
So,
gotta take her again.
Yeah, it's really
and
going to be
then
a
she
great
can
week of
video
events
and
leading
say,
up to the.
This
the
isn't
Saturday
my
event.
first
So you really have
rodeo, it's
nothing
my
to do.
second.
Nothing.
Tell us a little bit about how the team all works together to get this done. I
suck.
know you have a phenomenal team.
Did it
Oh, we have
suck?
an amazing team. We're very fortunate
Why do
that
you
we've
say
been
it
able to bring
sucked?
in, the tops
Barrel
of every
Crown.
field, whether it's our
Crown was
equine side
horrible.
and John Garner and
He went out
show
and had his
manager
kids out. It
or
could have been
TJ
so
Campbell,
cute and funny.
running our equine operations
And all
team,
it was where they
all
were
the way down
fishing
to our
with these
media
big
teams. We just
giant
got a
fish
phenomenal
stuffed
team.
animals,
Chefs,
and his dog came
our
out with a
hotel
jacket
GMs
on.
are phenomenal.
And
I've worked in some of
tried
the
to
best
grab it,
hotels
and they picked him up
in the
and
world.
walked out.
So, and they've all
That
come
was
here
it?
to
That was
Ocala to be a part of this.
Since
All
you
right, are we
mentioned
sharing-
Dutel, the riding academy. I know you were pushing to have it ready,
Windstar
and
lost
made
it
it.
is indeed,
in less
We
than
did.
4
indeed ready.
months. Wow.
We did. We made it. We opened Thursday to the public. You can book your rooms online now.
Yes.
So 390 rooms. It's a beautiful asset. It really was for us to have our luxury offering behind us at the Equestrian
sharing
Hotel, and then to have something that's a little bit more of an
we've had
approachable,
13
family-friendly
shares.
price point. Majority of the rooms, 230 of the rooms, are one-bedroom suites with 2 queen beds, a pull-out sofa, so they sleep 6 easy if you can share a bathroom. But it's got a great pool area. It's pet-friendly, so you
That's
can
wonderful.
bring your
because-
dogs with you.
Yes, I was going to say we all have a smaller
That's
four-legged, right?
Absolutely. Where there's horses, there's dogs. So we welcome all those pets, but it's just a great property. It has really nice feel to it. Full service Starbucks market. It has some great grab and go options for people on the run during the morning. But we're very excited to have that as part of the family now. It's right here, 5-minute walk from the Grand Arena. So you can get
Louisa.
anywhere on property to still take advantage of all the shops and dining and
Share. Is
restaurants.
Isaac on Facebook?
It's really fun.
Really exciting, really exciting. Well, I'm so glad that panned out and you got that hotel
made it.
ready. I know the team had to push hard.
The grooms
to get
are
that
very
done.
happy that that's where they get to stay this
Aye.
week. So.
Yeah,
Isaac
I can
Bruce.
totally agree. Absolutely. The jumps are some different
Brucious.
than you've ever used
Yeah.
before, right? So that's another project.
All brand new. Some of them I think are still under wraps. So all new jumps for the competition. We're very excited
unveiling.
about the theme. So you'll see some really cool. Bobby Murphy and that team's been working on that for months and months and months with the Roberts design team actually being involved in some of the selections. So it'll be very cool. We're very excited to have that be a part of our
Jerry,
repertoire
thumbs
going
up
forward,
on
but
me?
to unveil them here for a 5-star competition. Individual and team competition is exciting.
And this is a huge impact. To kind of backtrack a little bit just to the CEP and the Equine Initiative, the impact of this for this community. The economic impact obviously is massive,
Yeah.
and the exposure that an international event like this brings to the
sure.
horse capital, where it belongs.
That's right. Well, you look at this 3-week stretch or 2-week stretch where we had, OBS set record numbers in their 2-year-old sale. You rolled into, Live Oak had a very successful weekend with the team driving and individual driving and the 4-star jumping. And then you roll into Longines League of Nations. So it's all about Ocala, I think, on the international map this week with
1.1K
FEI and
plays already
just
on
some
my
great
silly little
notoriety.
reel
And
at the
it's a beautiful place.
hotel.
All the riders that have been coming in this week that came over from Live Oak
Your
or that were
what?
checking in the last couple of days that have never
little
been
reel
here
at
are
the
just blown
Riding
away.
Academy.
So
Yeah.
that's what we
that?
built it for.
It's incredible, isn't it, really?
It is.
I
It's
mean,
exciting.
it's a
It's
great
the
place to
hotel,
be.
the new hotel.
It's the best place. If you have horses,
My
this
little
is the
reel.
best place in the world to be.
right.
There's no doubt.
Absolutely.
Justin, thank you so much for
Thank
taking
you,
the
Louisa.
time in such a busy
Horse
week
capital of
to
California?
chat to us about
Or
such an
the
incredible,
whole reel?
prestigious
Reel.
event.
Oh.
Thank you for all you do and your team here. You have
So I heard
you've
that's
really
only like
put us on the map.
200.
Oh,
some
yeah,
dollars.
no, I think
know,
Horse
instead of like
Capital has
500,
done it
right?
itself. We just fit right into the right
thought it
place.
was gonna
So
be like
thank you for all you do on the
$100
Equine
for-
Initiative.
I know, I
and
thought it
CEP.
was going to be a little more reasonable myself.
Louisa Barton here at World Equestrian Center with Justin Garner in a
And what are
very
the other
exciting week. There are very few weeks here that
places
are
gonna
not
be?
exciting. But this certainly is an international prestigious event, and we're
Stuff
very
they're
excited
building.
to have it. We hope you'll come down
Conference centre.
and enjoy all that's going on this week. And don't forget Thursday too.
Conference centre is that other
Big
building.
happenings. Louisa Barton here for the
That's
Horse
what they
Talk
said,
Show.
isn't it, Isaac?
This
Meeting and
portion
conference
of the
centre.
Horse Talk Show is
That other
brought to you
building
by
later.
Peterson Smith
Conference
Equine
centre, right?
Hospital and Complete Care, our television broadcast sponsor,
You don't pay much
Larson
attention,
Hay,
do you?
Oh,
Idaho's
are we in
finest
the next
alfalfa, and supporting
No.
sponsors,
Wildlife
DAC
Works.
Minerals
No,
and
then we'll move
Vitamins,
over there.
Seminole
I
Feed
don't need to
Stores,
take my microphone over
Lipchip,
this time.
Piranha,
Too much.
Pat Myers
then
Electric,
we'll do Palm
Florida
Sunday.
HVAC Services,
And then we'll
and
do-
Ocala Dog Ranch.
We probably don't need
Faulty
9.5
wiring is
minutes
the
on
leading
Palm
cause
Sunday,
of
or do
barn
we? How much
fires.
stuff do we
I'm
have?
Pat with Pat Myers Electric. Equine facilities have special electrical needs. The knowledgeable and licensed team of electricians at Pat Myers Electric will ensure that you can achieve your vision for a beautiful,
Okay, so
safe,
let's
and
do
functional
about
horse
6,
facility.
7
From new
minutes of
construction
that,
to
and then let's
rewiring and
put Pat
updating,
Myers
the Pat Myers Electric
in
team
there.
is ready to jump in and help keep
After.
your horses
you
safe.
said
With a
is 1
small
minute
farm
and
of our
something.
own, we truly understand the unique concerns
So
of
we'll
the
make
horse
that about
owner.
6 or
Don't
7
take
minutes, and then we'll
chances
switch it
for
up to
all
Pat
your
Myers
current
tips, so we don't run
barn
out of
needs.
time in the
Go to
last segment.
patmyerselectric.com.
This show is brought to you in part by Seminole Feed Stores, family owned since 1934. Manufacturing fixed formula horse feeds with mindful monitoring and quality ingredients right here in Ocala in an all-natural, non-medicated feed mill. Seminole Feed, simply the world's best and safest feed. Like them on Facebook now or find them at seminolefeed.com.
Horses. Piranha! Oh no! Oh, the humanity! Oh, piranha.
Peterson and Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care seeks to be a leading international veterinary practice that provides state-of-the-art veterinary care to their patients while fostering professional relationships with their clients that stand the test of time. For 24/7 and the best in equine care, check out Peterson and Smith at petersonsmith.com or like them on Facebook now for more information.
The Horse Talk Show broadcasts from the CEP's Equine Studios in downtown
just can't fit
Ocala
them all
in the
around the
horse
table.
capital.
Hey, this is Buck Bradley.
We'd have
and
to
you're
take the
listening to
table
the
out
Horse
if we
Talk
had
Show.
4 and put the camera further back.
Dancin Pete Rhoda here. I'm here with Walk and Stop. I'm here with Corinne Reno with Wildlife Works. We're going to talk a little bit about those rodents that show up that you don't want. So welcome and tell us a little bit about what you do.
Sure, let's go into it. My name is Corinne. I own Wildlife Works LLC. We are a humane capture relocation company. We come in, we handle wildlife issues from rodents to squirrels to raccoons, snakes, pretty much anything on your property that you don't necessarily want there. We'll come and we'll take care of for you.
Very good. So we're stopped. Let's go ahead and turn, and what do you see? What's the first thing you would do at this barn?
Absolutely. So one of the biggest things that we see with barns and open structures of any kind is going to be rodent entry. And I'm sure any of us who have feed or wildlife outside, that's something that we've probably experienced before. The first thing that I would want to do is take a lap around, look at the edges of the structure, see if there's any chewing, any gnawing, and then we go to a feed room or a tack room. So for example, right here I notice already in the top corner of these rafters, you can see there's a hole. That's definitely chewed by rodent. Usually it's going to be squirrel, it could be rat, but they have those teeth that don't stop growing, so they have to continuously gnaw. So a hole like that would be a big indicator for me that there's a problem
right there,
here.
we've stopped, we've checked things out, now we're going to walk. Let's walk around the barn.
So moving out this way, coming to a feed room. Feed rooms are a big attractant for any wildlife. They're going to be looking for food, they're going to be looking for shelter, they're going to be looking for water, and here they've got both shelter and food. Sometimes if you've got a water source here, they've got all three in one location. So in a feed room like this, one thing that we want to make sure is that feed is kept in containers that are sealed. You want them to be difficult for an animal to get into. These are hard to open, so something like a raccoon would have a hard time getting into it. Plastic is okay. You may see if you've got a major rodent issue, they might chew through that. So metal can be a better alternative for that, but leaving it, making sure it's sealed, not open and out, that's gonna be your best bet here. Another thing that I would look for to see if there's already some sort of entry or some sort of wildlife here is I'm gonna be looking on things that haven't been moved in a while. So for example, this feed tray here, this trough, looks like it has some dust on it, but you can see that there's actually marks of something that's been walking across it.
Wow.
So something's been crawling along here. There is going to be some sort of wildlife that's been utilizing this space.
So right there, Corinne just saw tracks that notified us that there may be some activity in this feed room. That's amazing. That's why we're doing this, to educate you guys on what might be going on in your barn. All right, you ready to walk some more?
Yeah, let's keep going.
Let's go.
So along the outside of a barn, along the edges, one thing that we'd want to do is create a rodent a rodent program.
That's my favorite.
So for an open structure, you can't seal it exactly because it's going to be completely open to the elements at all times. So one thing that I would suggest, if you don't already have, is to install some rodent bait boxes. So there are options for horse owners that's not going to impact the horse. We don't like using poison around our animals, of course, but doing that and properly managing those populations is going to help in the long run. That way we can keep those numbers down. They don't become a major issue and start chewing through things like the plastic,
and then I can fall in love with
or
something
anything else
green,
that they can
and
get
you
into.
can go, no,
All right,
you can't
we'll
have
walk it
green
again.
because of the green screen, and we can just really
So
make
right
it
here,
fun and funny.
you have a stall utilized as another feed room.
Well, you can ask Russell
So
if you want. Do you
not
wanna
to
ask
make
Russell?
judgments, this is to educate.
let's
Just
ask him.
remember that when we go through this, we're at the barn I stay at and train out of. It's to educate you. It's not to put down the people that own the place, to put down my management. It's to educate. That's why I want to do it at my place, so that people go, oh, well, Pete went to our place and bashed us. And I'm like, no, we're educating people. I want the expert to tell me what's going on here.
That's the biggest thing, is making sure that everyone knows what they can do to improve and help reduce any sort of conflict. So a feed room like this, where feed is left open to the elements and wildlife, this is going to be a huge attractant for anything that's able to get their paws in it, really. So placing some sort of container, whether it's that metal container that we discussed or even just a plastic container, is going to help take away that attractant for that animal.
And what about the open space?
Ideally, if it can be an enclosed space, that's going to be your best bet. If you don't have that option and you have it open, having those containers is going to be your next option. And that's totally fine. It's just keeping it out and away from that wildlife. When it's open like this, yes, you do have that access, but just doing your best to make sure that you're mitigating that conflict.
So I've noticed this after talking to you last time I met you, and I saw this chicken wire in front of a hole. So tell us what you...
So the first thing that I noticed is that someone was trying to exclude. Exclude just means to seal out that wildlife, and they have the right idea. Covering that hole would be a big step in what we'd want to do. The problem with a barn is that it's open everywhere. So while they have chewed that specific area, it's not going to completely seal out that wildlife. And another thing that I would use instead of the chicken wire is something that's a smaller gauge. So you want something that has a smaller entry, or it reduces the entry. So something as large as chicken wire, a rodent can get its head through. We use a 1/4 inch hardware cloth to make sure that nothing is actually able to enter whatever it is we are trying to exclude.
Very good. All right, let's do some more walking.
So enclosed rooms like this are definitely going to be your better bet for things that you want to make sure you're protecting from wildlife. It's going to be a lot more difficult for them to come in here. It's completely sealed from the top, from the sides. It's actually an enclosed room. Is that where you wanted to go?
Sure.
Okay. So as I would be conducting my inspection, things that I would be looking for is anything that goes to the outside. So anything that has a hole, like there was a hole here at one point before this was installed. So I would inspect this to make sure that it's still sealed. This looks solid. I wouldn't be worried about that. Another thing that you can look for is coming into any bathroom.
I'm gonna let Corinne do this by herself. I got in trouble last time I was in the bathroom with Pat.
Any space where water is a source, you want to look at the piping. So When I came in here, I noticed that it's completely clean. There's no chewing, but we'll flash to some photos of what this would look like. Rodent entry on pipes is really common. You'll see black sebaceous markings here. You might see some chewing in the drywall. It's just something to check where piping enters your wall to make sure that you don't already have an existing issue.
Wow, I've never heard of that before. So let's walk again. Let's go into this little area, because I know in this area, we've heard squirrels all through the roof.
I believe it. Yep, squirrels are really common. And then also we have in Florida roof rats. And they're called that because they do like going up high. And they tend to coexist together. So in a room like this, if this was something we were trying to keep wildlife out of, I would go to these top rafters and I would make sure that we're completely excluding this area, no entry points up and above. And that's using that combination of the hardware cloth. We can install a complete wooden backing if we need to. Every situation's different. We try to match the aesthetics of the area while also making sure that we're keeping it wildlife proof.
So I know you've told me about a one-way door that you install. What is that about?
So a one-way door would be used in an area that's enclosed. So for example, if we had a squirrel issue in that room that was completely enclosed, we could utilize it. It's a door, it looks like a trap, but it's actually a door that the wildlife can use to exit, but they can't re-enter. And so the idea there is it's a humane way for that animal can go on, it can live its life, it can find another home, but it knows now that it can't access the space that you had. That's your area, and wildlife goes outside. Really useful for squirrels and flying squirrels.
Very good. So will we check down below for any?
I think something I look for in edges often, especially areas that are cleaned pretty frequently, is these corners are often missed. So I'd be looking for droppings. I don't see anything here, so I'm not worried about it. But that's something I'd look for is squirrel droppings, rodent droppings. There is a difference between lizard, cockroach, and rat droppings, even though they do get confused sometimes.
And I always notice these poops, and I'm like, oh my gosh, we have an animal coming around, and then I realized it was the toads.
Yes, yep, and
that gets you nervous. Oh gosh, we got a possum.
Oh yeah.
And then no, it's a toad.
Yep, they've got some gnarly droppings as well. So knowing your poo, as we discussed before, is really important.
Yeah, that's what I really like about how some people don't know much about poo. They know lots of different kinds of poo.
Lots of poo.
All right, we want to thank Corinne for her time and expertise, and we'll see you next time on the next part.
Larson Farms is our TV broadcast sponsor. Mr. Richard Larson, a man of great integrity, cares about every single bale of hay and about taking care of his customers. He also has a huge heart for those genuinely in need. Larson Farms, Idaho's finest alfalfa. Hey there, horsemen. Are you tired of technology that doesn't fit your way of life? Lip Chip is ready to revolutionize your barn. Built by horsemen, for horsemen. Lip Chip knows how you ride. If you're tired of carrying around paperwork, dealing with long trailer lines, and juggling all your horse's details while trying to compete, then the answer is the HoofLink system. Simply implant, scan, and unlock. Each scan reveals everything you need to work, compete, and to protect your horses. View current health paperwork, pre-register for your next event, and even check in on your horse's health. Horsemen, let's keep our horses safe and make our lives at the barn a little easier. The future is here, and the future is Lip Chip. This show is brought to you in part by DAC Vitamins and Minerals of Florida. All horses need a solid immune system, excellent joint support, a healthy gut, and DAC has all the vitamins and minerals they need with the NASC stamp of approval. So like them on Facebook now or go to feeddac.com. DAC, it makes a world of difference.
This hour of the Horse Talk Show is presented by Palm Chevrolet in Ocala, where the entire team is committed to making your experience in sales and service hassle-free and easier than ever with no games or gimmicks. Come in and visit on Southwest College Road or online at palmchevrolet.com. A second-to-none experience with all the amenities. Palm Chevy, find new roads.
The Equine Performance and Innovative Center, situated on 30 pristine acres in the horse capital of the world, is one of the finest and most complete conditioning and rehab centers for equines and canines in the nation, including an equine hyperbaric chamber, aqua pacer, water treadmill, cold water leg spa, equine swimming pool, Eurosizer, and more. Epic equine veterinarians specializing in rehab and conditioning. For more information, go to epcrehab.com or find them on social media.
Welcome back to the Horse Talk Show. Have you ever heard of a horse that can talk? Listen to this. With your host, Louisa Barton. She's literally in love with every horse. Presented by Palm Chevrolet, your hometown Chevy experience. She's back in the saddle again. And now here's your host,
Pretty.
Louisa Barton. She's a Brit, she's got the gift of the gab, and her guests are fab.
The Horse Talk Show broadcasts from the CEP's Equine Studios in downtown Ocala in the horse capital.
Hi, this is Hall of Fame jockey Mike Smith. You're listening to the Horse Talk Show.
Back on the Horse Talk Show, presented by Palm Chevrolet, your hometown Chevy experience. Thank you to Larson Farms, our television broadcast sponsor.
Idaho's finest alfalfa.
Louisa Barton here in the studio in downtown Ocala, the horse capital of the world, with dancing Pete Roeder from Complimentary Horsemanship in his new shirt.
In my new shirt.
Looking good. We talked about starch earlier, but we won't share those details with you. We actually have episode 3 with Heather and Jeremy Reynolds, who are some of the top endurance racers in the world. I think they've won the Tevis Cup 3 or 4 times with Treasure, and we had the honor of being at their farm in Dunellen recently and learning a little bit about their life, and they're very down-to-earth, humble folks who have won great championships around the world. So it was really an honor to be there, and here they are. Enjoy this segment. Brought to you by the Equine Initiative, presented by Piranha, the Horse Talk Show, and Larson Hay.
Hey, this is Buck Brannaman. You're listening to the Horse Talk Show.
Louisa Barton here for the Horse Talk Show on Equus Television and 97.3 The Sky, and also for the CEP's Equine Initiative. We like to bring you these local superstars, I call them, and here at the farm with Heather and Jeremy Reynolds, we've been talking a little bit about their horses, about their routine, about how fit they have to be, about what they do with these horses to stay consistent both at home and at the races when they travel and compete. So pretty exciting. One of the things I want to talk to you guys about a little bit is what it's really like to be on the horse. I want to know how it feels going at that speed for that distance, and it's got to be really exhilarating, the feeling of, and you often race together, so you get to kind of see each other and what's happening, and that's got to be pretty thrilling.
Yeah, it's, I mean, to be able to spend that much time with maybe your furry best friend and then your wife as your best friend. It's pretty, I feel very fortunate for sure.
You are.
Yeah.
Now, how long have you guys been racing?
I've been racing since 2001, so 22 years.
In
1988.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And
how long have you been married?
Ooh, we got married in
22 years.
22 years.
Well, we're almost there, yeah.
Wow,
21.
so you've been doing this together for 22 years.
Yeah.
Every single day.
Yeah.
And you still love each other.
And we're still alive.
Now that's a miracle.
Yeah.
No, that's amazing.
Yeah. Just parking a trailer in an event, if you're married, you'll know how tough that is together. So imagine working day in and day out. Yeah.
Do you receive critique well from each other on your...
Yeah.
We do, maybe not instantly all the time, but by the end of the night, yes.
Yeah.
Well,
when you're done beating each other,
absorb it. Yeah.
Sometimes
it's not. Sometimes the truth hurts, right? Like, you're like, well, they were right.
That's right.
We do have a moment of reflection when we drive home, and
from any
event, and we call it looking in the mirror, and we discuss goods and bads and what we learn and what we could do better, and
what went really well, what can we strengthen, and what didn't go well, what can we correct?
Yeah.
And that's how we keep growing.
And we catch each other if we're like sugarcoating it to each other. Then we'll say, "Oh, come
wait
on,
a minute,
give me the real wait, come on, let's really look at the mirror." So,
And you never get tired of like the training part. So fun, right? You go out the back of here. You've got some easements that get you to go thief.
Yeah.
You get on those wide open, beautiful trails,
and
you just
so much fun. And the feeling when you're on a really fit horse that's fit enough to canter for 100 miles, it's pretty crazy. They're just so coordinated and so giving, and they're so strong through their top line and their core, and you could really feel that. And so their balance by that point is just awesome. And you could just barely suggest, and they're weaving through the trees. You're not hitting your knees on anything. And it's just a really...
You're going to have to take me out.
Yeah,
I'm trying to get my stuff fixed with the chiropractor. I was there again today.
You have to come
I
out.
was there again today.
All
And
right.
I actually let him crack my neck both ways today.
Good. You don't like that part.
I don't, because I broke it, a couple of years ago.
That would be
and
hard.
So it makes me go, but he is the best. He's a wonderful chiropractor, and he adjusted me again today. I'm trying to get rid of the headaches and get me back right. And if we can get me back right, I would like to go out with you guys and take a ride, because I think it would be so exhilarating.
Oh, you'd love it.
I'd love to. I would love to. I did a lot of fox hunting in my day and eventing and all this stuff when I was younger. And I don't do any of that anymore. I just trail ride, and I'm just a boring rider now. But I love it.
Well, that's all we
relaxing.
do is trail ride too.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
we're just glorified,
glorified trail riders.
glorified trail riders, and we like it so well. We just keep doing it.
You just keep doing
hours and hours.
Listen, I get it. I would be all in. I would love to do that. Just ride horses all day and be on pretty trails. That's amazing. So the Tevis is a really big deal. The Tevis is the biggest deal, right? Of the
here in the U.S.
Yeah. And that's 100 miles.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, over the Sierras. Starts near Lake Tahoe and goes to Auburn, California, over the Sierras.
And it's what started the sport of endurance as we know it now. It's what got the spark going to create the sport.
And because of that, it's globally recognized for sure.
Yes. Yeah.
So if we go overseas and if one of us have won the Tevis, that's the first thing they'll want to talk about. Because it's a big deal. It's a big deal. It's pretty awesome.
And you both ride in the Tevis.
Yes.
Yes. And you've won it how many times?
5.
And I've won it 3. Yeah.
So between you've won the Tevis 8 times.
Yes. And then the Hagen Cup, it's free.
Which is the best condition award.
He has 3 and I have 2.
So you have 5 of the Hagen.
Yeah.
Between you.
Yeah.
And 8 of the Tevis between you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Did I say there was a claim to fame here?
few
It's kind of
cups.
a big deal. And then
The
the
cup
horse.
is run over.
Yes, right. And then the horse behind us has won it twice.
Yes.
Right.
And a Hagen Cup.
And a
one
Hagen Cup.
So she's got 3 cups.
So she's got 3.
Yeah.
So she's got 3. And you've got 8 and 5. Oh my! So like we're in endurance royalty right here, folks.
Super fun. We love it.
It's really big.
We love sharing that with our friends. So
So we do a lot
like
of.
when we tell our clients, I always tell them I have so much fun doing this every day, and if I can help you get to where you're having fun like I'm having every day, and then seeing that in a client is just so much fun.
So part of this whole series here, interview series, should be you getting me and my Mustang ready for a competition.
That'd be fun,
wouldn't it?
That'd be really fun.
I know. Wouldn't that be a blast? He's so cool.
That would be very cool.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, he's built for it. Easy.
Oh, he is. He's a
How
stocky
old is
butt.
he?
He's about 4.5.
Okay. Yeah.
We got time.
He's young, I think we should work towards it, because I think it would be great coverage. A $25 Mustang ends up doing endurance. That would be good.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it?
Yeah,
I think we should do it. We got to get me fit and him fit. And
That'd be super fun. Make a plan.
make a plan. Come up with a plan. I think this is a very good idea. I like it. Any last things that you want to share with us? I mean, do you still have a bucket list when you've accomplished all that you guys have accomplished?
Oh,
yeah, we do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
There's still some races to be won.
are there?
Yeah.
What are some big ones that you'd like to point towards?
I mean, our ultimate dream is to win a world championship.
Yeah.
That's
So
the
that's-
ultimate dream.
Yeah.
There's some rides in Europe I'd really like to do. I'd like to do the Florac, which is Europe's more hilly, challenging trail. So I'd like to do that. And I'd like to do Fontainebleau, which is also in France.
So world championship it is, huh?
Yeah. And
Well, then it's that's a good goal to
the
have.
hope is that Treasure will be at the next world championship in September of 2024
Wow.
in France.
That'd be amazing. We can say we touched her. We
That's
met
right.
her. It's a big deal.
Well, we get you ready to ride. You can ride her.
There you go.
And also, if anyone's interested in doing endurance, if you have a sound horse and he's in shape, you can do endurance.
Wow.
That's all it takes. You need a sound horse that's relatively fit. And you can start with a 25. Pretty much any Arabian that's sound, that's of the right age, which would be, in my opinion, 4 years old and older. Well, for 25, they must be 4 years old or older. can go out and do a 25-mile event without too much worry.
And now we have intro rides, 10 and 15-mile intro rides, and any breed can do it.
Yep, any breed. We've had friends on Warm Bloods do it. I mean, you could take a very large horse. We have a friend on a Clydesdale cross that does it. Has a great time.
Fun.
Yeah. So if there's interest,
So
as
you
long
can
as your horse
try
is
it.
sound, you could try it.
Yeah, you can try it.
Yeah.
You're relatively fit and the horse is fit.
Yep.
You can get a go on it.
And you can ride in whatever tack you feel comfortable in.
On whatever breed you want.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's pretty fun. And it's not judgy either, which is nice.
Yeah.
You'll be welcomed with open arms, and it's not a judged sport. Either your horse is sound or it's not sound.
Well, if I make it there on my $25 Mustang, then anybody can do it. Just saying.
That's right.
We'll get you there. No problem.
There you go. I love it. More to come with these guys in the future. I promise you we're going to have lots more with them. We hope you've enjoyed this little mini series, and we're very thankful to meet your horses and have a chance to be at the farm here with you.
Well,
You
thank
guys
you.
are really amazing. So impressive. Louisa Barton here for the Horse Talk Show. Thank you to the presenting sponsor of this portion of the Horse Talk Show, Palm Chevrolet, your hometown Chevy experience. Thank you to our TV broadcast sponsor, Larson Farms, Idaho's finest alfalfa. Also, thank you to supporting sponsors, Nirvana Medical Spa, TT Distributors, Summit Joint Performance, Equigreen, Midnight Rose Equestrian, the Florida Horse Park, Horse Farms Forever, and the Equine Performance and Innovative Center. The team of professionals at Equifence of Florida specialize in equestrian fencing, offering great communication, quality fencing, and all done in a timely manner. Reliable service with horse safety in mind all the time. Also offering customized residential, vinyl, wood, aluminium, and chain link fences services. Equifence of Florida, quality fencing done right to keep your animals safe. For more information, find Equifence of Florida on Facebook now.
This show is brought to you in part by Seminole Feed Stores, family owned since 1934. Manufacturing fixed formula horse feeds with mindful monitoring and quality ingredients right here in Ocala in an all-natural, non-medicated feed mill. Seminole Feed, simply the world's best and safest feed. Like them on Facebook now or find them at SeminoleFeed.com.
Horses. Piranha! Oh no! Oh, the humanity! Oh, piranha.
My name is Dr. Natalie Solomon. I formulated Equigreen with cutting-edge science and technology alongside the passion that is represented by a lifelong love of horses. I created a product that I would trust for my horses because they deserve nothing but the best for their bodies. Horses rely on us to take care of them, to love them, to respect them. This is how Equigreen came to life. Equigreen, CBD for your horse that you can trust.
Does your farm need a facelift? Has the harsh Florida climate left your barns, stable doors, and fences stained? J&S Pressure Washing has a professional team who can exceed your expectations and restore your farm to its former glory. Get rid of dust and cobwebs that can cause allergies and health issues for horses, and keep your horses safe by limiting fire hazards in the barn. J&S Pressure Washing can clean your house, your barns, your fences, and your driveway, and you can count on dependable and professional services. For more information, call Steven at 352-502-5355.
The Horse Talk Show broadcasts from the CEP's Equine Studios in downtown Ocala in the horse capital.
This is Charlotte Cannon, and you are listening to the Horse Talk Show.
Back on the Horse Talk Show, presented by Palm Chevrolet, your hometown Chevy experience. Thank you to Larson Farms, our television broadcast sponsor.
Idaho's finest alfalfa.
Speaking of Palm Chevrolet, Louisa Barton got a nice new truck, as we mentioned last week.
And where did you get this truck?
I got it at Palm Chevrolet.
Did you have a Palm Chevy experience?
Oh, I did. Angel is an angel. So upon arrival, of course, I was, there's Angel. I was showing off my truck to Isaac. And of course, Isaac can testify to the fact that Angel is so detail oriented. He is actually the encyclopedia of vehicles. He knows everything about everything when it comes to vehicles. So he explained all this to me that I'm sure I probably won't remember.
Oh, I can see the words going over your head while he's explaining.
Oh, very funny, actually. That would have been good, Isaac. We'd edited in words going over Louisa's head there.
Yeah.
But anyway, he went over very, very detailed, every button and everything. And there's me. I found a scratch because you know me. But that's okay because I'm going to get it wrapped so you won't see the scratch. But anyway, he went over absolutely everything in the truck, which was phenomenal. Even the tailgate, you can press a button and it actually comes down nice and slowly on its own, which is really nice. This is a Silverado, by the way, if you're listening on the radio and you don't get to see it. It's a navy blue Silverado. And they actually put a new...
bedliner.
Yes, thank you. Bedliner. You're helping me out there. They put a new bedliner in for me because it didn't have one and I really did want a bedliner. So they put that in before I picked it up. But anyway, I fell in love with this Silverado, and Angel, who is, as I said, detail-oriented and has actually had a YouTube page for all the things with vehicles because he is so incredibly knowledgeable that you can go and watch all his encyclopedia vehicle stuff. But he went over, actually Isaac was sitting in the back there, and he went over everything, explaining all the buttons and knobs and all the good stuff. And even the fact that it has 6 seats. You can flip that middle seat up and there's a seat belt and you actually can have 6 people in the vehicle. So it's got an extra little compartment underneath the middle armrest. It's got another compartment that's lockable, and then it's got 2
You're not
glove
supposed
boxes.
to tell people that.
Why?
Because that's your secret compartment.
Oh, that's my secret compartment.
That's where I used to keep all my money.
Oh, yeah, well, I should keep all of mine, right? But really brilliant, wonderful experience, and very, very explained everything to me. Of course, I can't remember half of it, but that's okay. At least he went over everything with me, added some trailer brakes in there, which is great. I'm thrilled to be able to pull my trailer.
Did you get a hitch put on?
It comes with one.
Wow.
It had the tow package, so we just had to add the electric brakes. Very, very excited about it, but very thorough, wonderful experience. They are very, very thorough. They make sure they match the right vehicle to you. So Palm Chevrolet, I definitely had a hometown Chevy experience, getting my beautiful Silverado. I'm very excited about getting it wrapped, getting the windows tinted, being able to pull my horse trailer around. So if you're looking for a new vehicle, of course, it doesn't have to be a truck. Could be a car, but you definitely need to get into Palm Chevrolet because they take such good care of you and explain everything. See, showing all the tow stuff to me there. So really, really wonderful experience. And Isaac was there and able to drone some of the
even a step up to get in the bed.
Yes, it's got a nice step up and a grab there, so you can step into the back to get your hay sorted out or your rubbish or whatever else you might have in your truck. So I think we're going to see a little bit of the drone footage here Isaac took. If you're on the radio, you're on the Sky 97.3 right now listening, you can go to Facebook at the Horse Talk Show to see this, or you can go to the Equus TV network and watch us several times a day on all smart TV networks. And just a great experience. So thank you to Palm Chevrolet right there on College Parkway in Ocala, the horse capital. Get down there and get your truck or a nice car, and they'll take really, really good care of you.
And make sure you mention that the Horse Talk Show sent you there.
That's right. There's a lot of blue there. See that? There's me. The traffic was so bad, and there was another vehicle parked on the side of the road. So that was me actually waving. Off I go. Wow. Off I go in my truck. Very exciting. We're going to switch it up now to the Spark of Ocala. And we've got a tip from Pat Myers Electric.
At Pat Myers Electric, we're constantly training to be our absolute best. For all your current barn needs. Hello there, Pat with Pat Myers Electric, here with your horsepower electrical tip of the week, helping keep your barn and your horses safe. Today I'd like to talk about fans. It's getting warmer outside, and that means we're going to start using our fans. We want to keep our horses cool and comfortable. So the first thing you want to identify is that you're using the right type of fan. We want to look for enclosed motor fans. And this just means that all of the live electrical parts are completely enclosed. There's no chance of shavings or dust or any foreign debris getting inside the motor, causing damage to the fan or igniting and causing the opportunity for fire to break out. The second thing is we want to make sure that we don't just start using our fans before we plug them in or turn the switch on to start using them. We do a quick inspection, make sure that the fan itself is in good working order. The cords are not frayed. The grate that's around the fan that protects the blades are not broken or rusted. And if they are, just go ahead and replace them. Make sure everybody's safe. Pat with Pat Myers Electric, Ocala's premier equestrian electrician. Have a great day.
Pat Myers Electric. Don't forget to go and see Pat and Sarah Myers and their team this weekend at the All Horses Expo.
At the World Equestrian Center.
Yes.
Expo, which one?
Yes.
2?
Good question.
Oh,
1, maybe,
1.
I think. We have to find out that. But what Isaac put up on the screen, if you're actually watching, which I do want to mention again because this is a partnership between Pat Myers Electric and Larson Hay, is that free hay. Now, who doesn't want to win $250 hay credit at Larson Hay in the hay and horsepower drawing? So
in each location
in Ocala
will get a chance for $250, so that they're giving away $500 total, but you can only win at one location.
And we are going to announce the winners on April 2nd on the Horse Talk Show. Very exciting.
And my name is in the box for on 27 where I buy
How's
my hay.
that going to work out if I have to announce you're the winner?
I'm going to get $250 worth of hay. That's how it's going to work.
And you can receive a free electrical consultation. And who doesn't want to get their barn checked and make sure there are no electrical hazards in the barn? Not obligated to purchase anything from Pat Myers Electric, but please take advantage of this amazing, incredible benefit to have somebody so professional walk through and check everything out.
And he's not going to think bad of you because they're not doing that. They're making sure that you're aware, and then if you want to do something about it, that's fine. Or if you want to get somebody else to do something about it, that's fine. They're worried more about your horses and what you have that you don't realize. And that's the kind of people they are.
Right. We want to keep your horses safe. If you've ever known anybody or experienced a fire in your barn, it is a horrific, scary situation. I love the fact that my barn, I know, is very, very safe, and it was wired by Pat Myers Electric themselves, so I know I'm good, and they've even taken electricity up to my gate so I can have an opener. So you won't find a better team, for sure. And putting these two together, Larson Hay and Pat Myers Electric, now that's horsepower.
That's right.
That's
and
right.
And that sound means
break
this
time.
Is the break for this one, and we'll be back for one more segment.
So stay with us.
Thank you to the presenting sponsor of this portion of the Horse Talk Show, Palm Chevrolet, your hometown Chevy experience. Thank you to our TV broadcast sponsor, Larson Farms, Idaho's finest alfalfa. Also, thank you to supporting sponsors, Nirvana Medical Spa, TT Distributors, Summit Joint Performance, Equigreen, Midnight Rose Equestrian, the Florida Horse Park, Horse Farms Forever, and the Equine Performance and Innovative Center. The Equine Performance and Innovative Center, situated on 30 pristine acres in the horse capital of the world, is one of the finest and most complete conditioning and rehab centers for equines and canines in the nation, including an equine hyperbaric chamber, aqua pacer, water treadmill, cold water leg spa, equine swimming pool, Eurosizer, and more. Epic equine veterinarians specializing in rehab and conditioning. For more information, go to epcrehab.com or find them on social media.
This show is brought to you in part by TT Distributors, dedicated to bringing their customers the largest selection of quality horse supplements, products, and farrier supplies in Florida at affordable prices. Also online at ttdistributors.com.
The Horse Talk Show broadcasts from the CEP's Equine Studios in downtown Ocala in the horse capital.
Hi, this is Hall of Fame jockey Mike Smith. You're listening to the Horse Talk Show.
Back on the final segment of the Horse Talk Show for this week, presented by Palm Chevrolet, your hometown Chevy experience. Thank you to Larson Farms, our television broadcast sponsor.
Idaho's finest alfalfa.
Guess what time it is? It's time for complimentary horsemanship's tip of the week.
Dancin Pete's Tip of the Week, brought to you by Complimentary Horsemanship. This tip is sponsored by Wildlife Works LLC.com for your unwanted wild critters removal.
Today's tip of the week is review. So many times I see trainers that teach and they don't go back and review what they did last time, or I see students that do stuff with their horse, but they don't review what they've done in the past. So reviewing is very important for your horsemanship because you might learn something more in depth, or you didn't hear something that the trainer or instructor said. By reviewing, you go, "Why you didn't say that last time?" And they go, "Yeah, I did. You just weren't ready to hear it." Or they elaborated into it, and that's because we're doing it again. I had another idea of what I said to you. So reviewing is very important to help your horsemanship. And in anything that you do, reviewing what you do. Like I like to listen to the show so that I get better at what I say, even though I've kind of fumbled through some of my words today. But reviewing is always important. So with your horses, review things that you think they know or what they do know to make sure of it.
It makes me think of when you're in church and the pastor's in a series, and when he's in a series that's all related to one another on the same sort of a topic, he always reviews the prior week before he starts into that week so
That's
that
right.
they run off one another, and it makes sense.
And I take that as your warm-up.
Yes.
Your review is your warm-up.
That's
You don't
good.
want to really put anything that they don't know.
And hugging is great. And that's what Neil from Ocala Dog Ranch is talking about. Hugging your dog.
Hugging your dog.
Here he is.
The Horse Talk Show goes to the dogs at Ocala Dog Ranch.
Neil Hennessy, the owner of Ocala Dog Ranch. Who doesn't love hugs? I know I do, and so do our dogs. So hug them once in a while. They like the affection, they like a good rub, and you can use a hug to reward them for good behavior. It doesn't have to be treats all the time, it doesn't have to be toys. It can just be a good old-fashioned hug. Hug your dogs. You know you want to.
Neil actually gave this book, British to American, to Pete so he could better understand me. And our word today is trainers.
What the heck is a trainer? Thank goodness I have this book, Neil. Sneakers.
Sneakers.
Why do you call them trainers?
Sneakers are trainers. We
What's-
call them put your trainers on for a good walk, not your sneakers. I didn't know what sneakers were. We've got to do Charlotte Cannon's, the Cannon method to relax, release, rewire, and win. So Charlotte Cannon says on number 8, laugh, smile, and connect with friends. And that's what I do on Tuesdays. I laugh and smile and snort.
So yeah, we've got 4 snorts
4 snorts.
for this taping.
That just means I'm feeling good.
Exactly, and we've already done it, so let's have a good laugh, everybody.
Okay, you can laugh and smile, just don't snort like Louisa. True fact. So check out Charlotte Cannon and the Cannon method. She has lots of great tips for you
and for your horse. And this is part of her top 10 hacks to relax. While we're talking about wonderful folks, must talk about Piranha. Just this past week, in preparation for these warmer days when the flies have returned, I had the opportunity of Kyle DeCillo paying me a visit at the farm so that I won't have any more nasty bugs. And so we are installing a no-fly zone here in good old Fort McCoy, where the flies are larger, definitely more of them. So Kyle got me well set up with the spray master there, and as you can see, my Mini is enjoying a
nice spritz of
a
fly
nice
spray.
spritz, yes, lovely and refreshing and killing all those nasty bugs. So very wonderful. And if you do not have your spray master from Piranha, you need to reach out and get that installed. You've still got time before the really big influx of flies in the summertime.
They're
coming. They are indeed. They absolutely are. So make sure that you reach out to
And
Piranha.
we went
and
out
get
to
that
the
system.
rodeo. Piranha was there, and Larson Hay gave Kylie and I tickets so we can go there. And guess what, guys?
Wearing the same hat.
Yeah, we were wearing the same hat. Kylie's first rodeo, so she can't say until she goes to the next one, this isn't my first rodeo. So right now, she can't say that, but after we get her to their second one, and she had fun, so it was good.
So it's no longer the first rodeo. Can't happen again. That was it.
That's
I can't
right.
believe Kylie. I just can't believe she hadn't been to a rodeo before.
No.
I was so surprised.
I was surprised too. I said, "Is this your first rodeo?" Like joking, and she goes, "Yes, it's
Now,
my first rodeo."
I'm going to tell you, March is a month with so much going on in the horse world. It's like the official horse month because there's so many events. We were just at Live Oak International. We've got the League of Nations at World Equestrian Center. That's the top athletes here for driving and for Grand Prix jumping. This week, Olympic style, big deal stuff.
And
the
a
Longines League of
big
Nations.
shout out to Lip Chip.
Yes.
And I always like
Yes,
to do this.
you
is
do.
Lip Chip
Yes.
under the shirt. So sponsorship
Yes.
under the shirt.
Yes, Lip Chip supporting all of these wonderful local events here in the horse capital is absolutely phenomenal, especially since they're in Texas, based in Texas, but they come in and travel in here and they look out for all these great things that are happening. But there's a lot going on with the All for the Horses Expo in Expo 1. Make sure you stop in there and visit some of our friends.
Say hi to Pat Myers.
Pat Myers are going to be there.
Piranha.
Yes, there's going to be some phenomenal folks in there to visit. So walk around the All for the Horses Expo and Expo 1 at World Equestrian Center.
Tell them you heard it on the Horse Talk Show.
That's
or
right.
On the Sky.
And make sure you're in there for that League of Nations because that is really a prestigious landmark event to have here. This is really something that World Equestrian Center have been working towards for several years. And this is now locked in for the next 4 years here in Marion County to host this Longines League of Nations. And there's only 4 locations in the world before the finals in Barcelona in October, and Ocala was one of those 4. So if we weren't on the map before, we certainly are now. It's really just
Horse capital of the world, and now show capital of the world, possibly.
That's right, yeah, for sure. So these are all incredible events. There's lots of other events going on all the time at the Florida Horse Park and other venues and areas that we have. There's so much going on. We just had the rodeo. It's hard to choose what to go to because there's so many incredible
Some
events.
of us went to everything.
I know, right? So make sure you're out horsing around and in making the most of it because a lot of these events are either very inexpensive or there's no charge to get in for some of them. It's only $10 to go and watch the Longines event, so definitely worth. And the expos a walk around where you get to learn about all the different products there are out there for horses, and really an amazing experience. Definitely stop in and see Pat Myers because he's going to be doing some very cool things at his booth. So it's an exciting week. We've had an exciting couple of weeks with so much going on. So don't miss any of it. If you can possibly get to all of it, you'll probably see us there, right?
That's right.
And
Come up and say hi.
Pete in one of his new 6 shirts, by the way.
Yeah, I got 6 shirts, not
6
sick.
6 shirts. We got to wrap it up. It's the end of the show. Whether you're in Ocala, Marion County, and you probably wish you were the horse capital of the world,
Or not.
happy horsing around. Until next time.
See ya.